Hey guys, this is Jam of JamOnline.ph and we got here the latest smartphone from Vivo, the Vivo Y16. So this is the newest affordable smartphone from the company, and this one comes with a 5000 mAh of battery, a side fingerprint scanner, and AI dual camera. Basically, this is an entry-level smartphone. This one starts at $6,999. Other features include a Helio P35 processor inside, 4 gigs of RAM, and an up to 128 gigs of internal storage. As for the camera, it's a 13 megapixel main camera and a 5 megapixel selfie camera. So don't expect too much from it. It's an affordable smartphone. So yeah, time to unbox and time to take a closer look at this smartphone, the Vivo Y16. Alright, so this is the Vivo Y16. Time to unbox this one. As you can see in here, we got here the 5000 mAh of battery, the side fingerprint scanner, and of course the AI dual camera. The one that we got comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. Look at that. We got here the Vivo Y16, and look at that. That is a beautiful design. I like the design of this one. We got here the spherical camera, but yeah, basically there's the dual lens camera over here. There's a large camera, but basically the sensor is just small. But yeah, this is a nice touch that they have here, a large camera at the back with this kind of, you know, like a textured back. It's actually not textured, it's actually very smooth, but I like what we're getting in here. But again, we're gonna talk about that later. So first, we got here the warranty card and important informations, the USB-C to USB-A cable, and of course, there's the 10 watts charger inside. Now, I know a lot of you are excited about the Vivo Y16, so let's take a closer look on this one. So as you can see in here, we got here the display. It's a 6.51-inch HD plus display. We're gonna talk about that later. Below, we got here, of course, the USB-C port along with the headphone jack. We also got here the speaker grill, if you can see that clearly. And of course, again, the back, not much to see in here aside from the protruding camera. But yeah, this is a really nice touch, like a sanded back. This is a really nice touch. I really like it. We also got here this plastic frame, and despite having a plastic frame, the smartphone does feel solid, and I like that they've used a flat frame on this one. Adds to the premium look of the smartphone. But again, it adds, or it has a less grip because we got here a flat sides, but that's not really a problem for me. Of course, on the other side, on this side, we got here the fingerprint scanner along with the volume rocker. So this fingerprint scanner also acts as the home button for the smartphone. So yeah, not much to see. Now time to check out the software of the smartphone. Alright, so there's the Vivo Y16. As you can see in here, 6.51-inch display, Helio P35 processor inside, and it's not the swiftest, or it's not the fastest Vivo smartphone that we have ever seen. As you can see, there are still some loadings, and nagpe-prepare pa siya. Kaka-boot pa lang natin siya, kaka-start pa lang natin siya. So basically, it's not the fastest Vivo smartphone that we have ever seen. As you can see on this one, ayan. It's smooth naman, basic ones. Swipe, swipe up, swipe down. As you can see, all fine. How about let's open some applications? As you can see in the settings, take some time before it loads compared to other flagship smartphones. But again, we're talking about here a budget smartphone, an entry-level smartphone. As you can see from the about phone, it's running on Android 12. We got here the Helio P35 processor. We got here an extended RAM plus 1 gig, and of course we got here 128 gigs of internal storage. So we're here at the RAM and storage space. So as you can see in here, we can add more RAM, extended RAM. Of course, there's no capability to add more than 1 gig because we have a limited storage in here. I mean, this one has a smaller storage. So as you can see in here, 128 gigs of internal storage. We got 21 gigs that is used. Maybe it's maybe because of the chipset limitation or the storage, but yeah, only 1 gig can be added to the RAM of this smartphone. As for the UI, as you can see, it's very similar to Vivo. I mean, it's FunTouch OS and it's swift as long as it's booted na. Nakita nyo naman kanina may loading, but this time it's faster than ever. And no, there's no 90 Hz refresh rate on this one, but this will do just fine. So, nakikita nyo naman malaki yung display niya. It's perfect for watching movies, watching videos, and of course, playing some casual and light games. But again, it's a Helio P35, so don't expect too much from it. As for the camera application, as you can see in here, we got here a basic camera application. I have to agree on this one, of course. We got here the panorama mode, portrait mode, photo mode, and of course for the video, ayan, let's check yung ating record dito kung up to ilang resolution. There we go, we got here an up to full HD resolution as expected, and of course there are a lot more modes that you can use on the camera of the smartphone. Now we all know the applications, we all know the UI. Now check out some of the shots that we took using the Vivo Y16. So you saw some of my shots that I took using the Vivo Y16, and surprisingly, the smartphone did a pretty good job for its price. I was actually expecting that it would be that bad. I mean, most smartphones at this price range doesn't really have a good camera, but this one, well, it's not the best one, but it definitely exceeded my expectations. The colors are great, even the selfies are really nice. It's not the sharpest, and of course, when there's at low light conditions, it's not the best one that Vivo has to offer, of course. But yeah, for an affordable smartphone that you can use just for sending for messenger, you know, taking photos of the things that you've seen in the streets, the Vivo Y16 won't be a problem. It's kind of nice for its price. So I guess that's it for the camera. Now, let's proceed to the verdict. So that's it for our hands-on and first impressions of the Vivo Y16. The smartphone does deliver pretty good design. I actually like the design of the smartphone. The design is very Vivo, very similar to other Vivo smartphones that are out in the market right now. As for the other aspects like the processor, well, it can run most applications, the casual applications, the casual games, but again, don't expect too much from it as it is running on a dated processor, a Helio P35 processor, a dated processor, an old processor, but again, it's an entry-level smartphone. So yeah, the basics can run on this one, the Facebook, mga things like that, and of course some games that are very very light. Walang problema dito. But this time, we got here an up to 128 gigs of storage. As for most entry-level smartphones, they are not capable of having that. Most of them below 64 gigs, so it's nice to see that dito sa Vivo Y16. So the Vivo Y16 is now available and it starts at 6,999 pesos for the 4 plus 64 gig variant. It's very affordable. And if you need a secondary smartphone, this one will do just fine. And if you're planning to use it as your main smartphone, of course, you need to set your standards ng mas mababa because again, we're using here an entry level na hardware inside. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of our latest videos here in my YouTube channel. So once again, I'm JamJamOnline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again in my next video.